But if you know the King of Kings and you know how God works, you prepared for the leg you didn't even expect to run. "2014 was a lap in our race. 2015 is a new lap. 2014 is the old lap. But it was a difficult lap. It was a very important lap with a lot of lessons. The number one lesson from 2014 is get ready, stay ready, because you don't know how long your lap is. That's the number one lesson. But you see, you're on a team. And when you're on a team, you have to be prepared for such a time as you are needed. You know, they have relay races, and every relay race, you may have, let's say you have the 4x400 meters. You have 4 runners. But you also have 3 or 4 other runners who are there in case something happens to the 4 runners. And sometimes the 4, what they call alternates, they will run in the early rounds so that the main runners can run in the final round. So we have to be ready. In 2014, my number was called. And you know, the thing about it is that it was an unexpected call, but it wasn't a call I wasn't ready for. Because I've been in this game a long time. I've been around a few rodeos. I used to work for the devil. I used to work for the devil, and I was a hard worker, so I understand that side of the game. But I ended up on this side of the game. And when I got on this side of the game, I sung the song, say, "Satan is a liar, kick him in the fire. I used to work for Satan, but now I retire." You see, I was ready. I was already running. See, it ain't like I got to get up and start running. I've been running a long time. I want to just show you a sample where I've been running. I've been running in the schools. I've been running with the students. I've been running in South Africa. I've been running in North America. I've been running in establishing a center, a rehabilitation center, a counseling center for young men. And this is the center here with Mr. Penn for boys. And this year I was running in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was running in Chicago. And you see my daughter running with me, so she's learning how to run too. And this is from South Africa also. This one is from Toronto, Canada. This one is in Hamilton, Canada. This one is in London, in the UK, and my wife is running with me. This one is in New Jersey, running at another conference. This one is in Long Island, New York. This one is in Atlanta, Georgia. And then I was writing books. I was running with the pen. This one here is Long Island, New York. This one is Chicago. And this meeting here, this is a strategic meeting here in Chicago. The gentleman that I'm meeting with, he's responsible for 20,000 churches, and he asked me to write the curriculum, the youth curriculum for the entire organization. I was running in Denver, Colorado. I was running in El Monte, California. Running in Louisiana. My wife was running with me in Louisiana. And this is South Africa again. So you see, this ain't no new race to me. It's a new role, but it ain't no new race. You see, in this game of life, some of us were already on the track. And so when it was time for the exchange, we didn't have to fumble around. Some people had been training for years. Some of the runners you haven't seen before in public. I want Pastor Kirsch to come up here. See, because Kirsch been training. Kirsch was in training. And you see, he was under the mentorship of Pastor Richard. And Pastor Richard told him that, look, in the future, we're going to do this exchange. But on November night, Pastor Richard said, Kirsch, take it now. You understand what I'm saying? You see, some of the runners you haven't seen before in public. You know, after November 9th, we had a new runner join our team. We had Dr. Kendall Major, who's been around us a long time, but he said, man, I'm ready to step up to the plate. We had Ethan Moss. He said, I'm ready to step up to the plate. So we had other numbers that were called. Even Pastor Henry. Pastor Henry, you know, Pastor Henry used to be a quarter miler. And you all may think Pastor Henry don't have another lap in him, but Pastor Henry got another lap. You see, they were ready. Key runners left the race. Our Usain Bolt and our assistant Usain Bolt, they left the race. But guess what? They're in the stands now as chief cheerleaders. And I want you to know, Doc and Pastor Richard, I got this. Don't worry about the thing, I got this. See, we represent for the team. They are now cheering us on. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 through 2 says, you can be seated. It says, therefore, we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily ensnares us. And let us run. Everybody say, let us run. It says, let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. You know what Jesus said? Jesus said, it is finished. He said, I finished my leg. And he told the disciples, now you all run. Let me tell you something. You got to be ready for the exchange, and you got to be ready to run. I want to tell you something about gold medals. Gold medals are made of gold, but you don't purchase them with gold. They're made of gold, but you don't buy them with gold. You see, a gold medal anybody can buy. But the reality is, if you want your own gold medal, you can buy your own and you can attach anything to it, but you can't say you want to race with it. Because a real gold medal don't come with money. It comes with sweat. It comes with pain. It comes with sacrifice. It comes with perseverance. Let me tell you something. Anything good in your life ain't gonna come easy. Let me tell you why. Because the devil does not allow easy things. You may think you have an easy marriage. You may think you have an easy life. You may think I'm full of health. I got an easy health future. But the devil, his design is to complicate everything in your life and make it difficult. And the thing about God is God hasn't removed the devil. So if he hasn't removed the devil, it means that he gave you the stuff that you need to overcome the devil. You see, in this race, we're supposed to win gold. I'm not settling for anything less. I like gold. I like gold medals. I like to win. You can always win gold in your race. Because God is a winner. In fact, all God does is win. All he do is win, 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 no matter what, because we got God on our side. He's so much more than enough. And every time we fall, he's there to pick us up. And we stay there in the atmosphere. We get character and vision. Our mind is made up, no indecision. We full of faith. We full of focus. We left behind Batman and the Jokers. So all we do is win, and we don't live in sin. All to Jesus we surrender, for rizzle off the shizzle, no pretender. You see, winning goal is never easy. We know the destination, but we have to fight to get there. So if you ain't ready to fight, don't get in the race. You got to be ready to fight. You know, my wife was, you know, we were talking a little bit earlier, and she said, Pastor Dave, you've been in a lot of fights? I said, no. She said, why? I said, because I used to destroy people before the fight began. I never fought fair. If I thought somebody had something against me, when they're looking, I whop them in the head. And sometimes I used to whop people in the head even if they didn't do me nothing. I remember I was sitting on the corner one day and I was smoking some herb, and I said, you know what? The next person who comes by, I'm going to whop them in the head. And so this guy comes by, and he's a big, huge guy, but I already made the commitment, so I whop him in his head. Anyway, I ain't gonna tell you the rest of that story, but I'll give you a little glimpse. I actually also threw a big rock on him, but guess what? He came back with a shotgun and a Doberman pinscher, so all I was doing was running the race. You know what the Bible calls it? The Bible calls it the good fight of faith. You see, a good fight is when you win. A good fight is not a draw. And you see, when you understand how the devil works, you have to understand how the devil fights. Never fight the devil clean. If you fight the devil clean, you lost. The devil throws low blows, no blows, all kind of blows. He comes from kilo blows. Don't fight the devil fair. You see, you don't wait for the devil to attack you. A lot of us, we think, well, you know, if we go and bother with the devil, he can make your life miserable anyhow. You might as well bother him to get the fight started now, because you got backup. Amen.